Mancos artist Alex Bond sees beauty in the ugly knots that grow on damaged trees. He knows that if you dig just a little deeper, you'll find a beautiful story waiting to be told. You're watching the Local News Network, brought to you by Express Employment Professionals and Big O Tires. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Award-winning artist Alex Bond discovered his love for turning tree burls into uniquely patterned vessels quite by accident. Now he can't stop making them. Here's his story.
I knew that I wanted to have a creative outlet. I had done some metalwork, some stone carving, a little bit of wood carving. And with wood turning, I can fit a lathe and a bandsaw and my chainsaw right in this space. And so I actually sort of picked wood turning because of simply I could fit the tools in the space. And then I fell in love with it. I took a class in New Mexico with a wonderful woman who was kind of my mentor in the early days, Laura Yeats, and took a few more classes from there. And eventually I made the investment in this big lathe and just kind of fell in love with the process of opening up these trees and connecting with the land and being able to see the kind of the beauty that's inside of them. So a lot of people see these big warty lumps on trees and don't know what they are, and it's a burl. It starts by usually a bug or some kind of problem happening with the tree, and when that happens, the tree either dies or it burls out into this beautiful form. So I chop it off the tree. Again, these are dying or dead trees, usually standing dead. And then I do that with my chainsaw out on the land. And then I bring them in here. This is a piece of box elder, beautiful, beautiful burl. And I take it from the chainsaw over here to my bandsaw, the most dangerous finger-eating machine in the entire shop. And I kind of cut it into this cake-like shape. So from the bandsaw, it comes right onto the lathe. What I love about wood turning is this isn't some piece of lumber from the racks of Home Depot. This is a tree. There's the bark. I've just cut it on. Here's the heartwood, and here's what it looks like when it's turned. Beautiful ribbons coming off this tree. Go nice and slow. Wood turning is a gentle process. It's slow. I got my bevel set against the grains of the wood, and I'm not even shaping yet. I'm just getting this tree nice and true, nice and circular, to where I'll get the speed up, and then I'll start to actually carve my form and my shape. The first thing I do is I kind of look at the wood and I listen to it, and I see what parts of the character of the wood I want to be in the final vessel. Do I want to keep a piece of the bark to tell a story of how the tree interacted with the outside? Do I want to keep this beautiful amoeba looking heartwood piece in here so that people see that? So when I go at a piece of wood, I don't really have a shape or a form in mind, but instead I sort of go at it slowly and learn what I believe the tree kind of wants to be revealed as. The wood is still wet, and because wood is covered with bark, which protects it and holds its moisture in, when we expose it all of a sudden to the elements, we have to do so really graciously and slowly, or the wood will crack and break, maybe. So the way I do it is I wrap them up either in their own shavings or in like a paper bag, and I kind of put them in hibernation. After all that stuff that I just talked about happens, it goes onto the lathe, it goes into hibernation. I carve the feet, I sand it and put some oil on it. It looks like this. And that's why with each finished piece that I make, I include a Polaroid photo of the tree, so that people can kind of see how the tree lived in the wild, and then its new sort of made up form.
Bond sells his artwork at Zoo Gallery in Cortez and at Artisans of Mancos in downtown Mancos. He plans to offer wood turning lessons beginning in April. To learn more about Bond's artwork or his classes, visit his website at theboysandburlsclub.com. Thanks for watching this edition of the Local News Network. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle.